Part 2 of the chicken bone broth story. I am going to get my bone broth and start making my Comfort Chicken Noodle-less soup tonight. So I'm going to walk you through that. Okay, so quick tip on celery. So I absolutely love celery in my soups. It's funny because I don't like raw celery like at all. But I got this gorgeous stock, it's almost done, from the farmer's market this weekend. And I've already chopped all the leaves off. Like seriously, the leaves are like another foot off. But what you can do is you can chop, after you wash them, you can chop them and put them in the freezer for, gosh, probably up to a year. And you can add them to soups for both nutrients and awesome flavor. So definitely save those leaves. So I have all my veggies chopped. I've got my carrots, my celery, and a zucchini because I happen to have it. I like to add mushroom, really just add whatever you have in your fridge or what sounds good for you for your chicken soup. Okay. So I added my onion and my garlic and a little more celery because I'm obsessed. This has been cooling for a while, so I'm going to take my strainer and I'm going to pour the broth into my pot and strain out just the broth. So I'm going to try to show you guys this with one hand. So I'm literally just taking a big cup here and pouring it in over my strainer, just like that. A little slow going, but it's not bad. So you can see we're pretty close to the top. I did not use all my broth, but I still need to add my chicken from last night, if you guys remember that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that, and then whatever broth I can fit in the top, I will, and what's left, I will save plain for cooking uses in the future. So this is the recipe on my blog, this Comfort Food Noodle-less chicken soup. You just have to search that on the site, and the recipe is there. And I was gonna mention, in the original recipe, I used the spiralizer to make zoodles from the zucchini. Tonight I just chopped it up and put it in. But if you did want to use add some noodles, you can add this Ancient Harvest gluten-free brand. It's really great, and they have all different kinds of shapes and sizes. The little elbow noodles would be great for kids, just to add a little something extra for them. Okay, last thing. So how long to cook this? So I will probably let this simmer until I go to bed, so like a couple hours. When I make this on the weekends, I usually just let it simmer all afternoon. I might just kind of leave it for more than that, and then the way I store it isn't just in mason jars. So I will end up probably putting about half the mason jars in my deep freezer for later in the winter, and at least 1 or 2 in my fridge for soon. It's not showing any signs of cooling down around here, so not really super. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys my cute little apron. It's been through a lot, worn out, but I love it. One of my besties gave it to me a long time ago. Great, bye, Kate. I just want to make one comment on how much food you're getting out of that one organic chicken. So this massive pot of soup, I had chicken for dinner last night. I also have an extra container of just plain bone broth for later for other recipes. So that's a lot of food that you get for a chicken. And I'm going to link the recipe to this soup and bone broth, and depending on where you're watching this, my Instagram bio, or below if you're watching on Facebook. So go make yourself some bone broth and some soup and enjoy. Lots of good health benefits for this. It helps. So I just wanted to show you my final stash, my final bounty from my soup. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 quarts of soup plus 4 of these little guys, which I kind of like doing for individual servings. So as I mentioned, I'm going to put most of these in my deep freezer. And also note, I left about 1 inch of space at the top of these, and that's going to help prevent your mason jars from cracking. And I'll put a couple in the fridge for easy access, but this should last us most of the winter.